to Words of Wisdom. Thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for your support. I see a lot of people are commenting or looking through. Hopefully, as I always set this intention, whatever guidance comes through from my spirit team to your ears, I hope the right people hear it. That is always my intention. We are obviously in a day today. I'll share with you my day today. It's a very important day for me. It's a huge, I keep seeing the sort of door closing shut, that a big door going bang, and I know we've been talking for a while about a new chapter, new adventures, new beginnings, transformation. But of course you do get those odd moments, those odd days, those dates that come up and bring back things, bring back memories, bring back feelings. And you have to somehow transmute that energy. You have to somehow accept it. And I honestly have had such wonderful support from Spirit today. And I have been busy. I've been working. I've been doing things. And I'm just about to do this now. And then I'm going to pop and see my mum and dad. And then I'm going to have a very nice me time evening. Well, me and Lulu evening. I'll walk her. We'll go for another walk in nature. And I thought today, it's just about, we've got to get through. And often before that door closes, it's about a bit of reminiscing, a bit of sort of where was I, and we've been doing that in these past weeks anyway, but we've got a full moon coming, an eclipse full moon, very powerful, coming this weekend. So I think it's very important that we work on these things now. And for me, today is my day of closing that door. You might have another date, another time, another day, but you'll know when you're ready to do so. And it does feel very powerful. I know without a shadow of a doubt, I do not want to go back there. I only want forward. And, if people don't want to come forward with you, if people don't want to live with you in the way that you need to be lived with, then you've just got to say, that's not going to happen anymore for me. And I think it's about thanking them for being part of your story, of being able to. I am very grateful for those that have come before these, few years now, but particularly these last 3 years. So I think it's lovely to pay homage to that and recognize that you wouldn't be where you are. And so that is what I'm really focusing on today. So I had a few tears, I had a few little blips in my emotion, and I let it come. I rode over it, and now I feel quite fine. And I don't feel that, that heart sort of break when you go back to a point. And then I think now I just go back there going, I'm so grateful, thank you, and let it go. So we're going to do a little new beginning spell. We have got my beautiful horse, Sacred Horse Oracle, on the table with alongside the animal cards that are always so very good together with the horses or animal oracle. I feel very nature driven today. I feel very connected to animals. And so, of course, our fairies. Our fairies are on the table with us today as well for guidance. So I'm not sure which we're starting with. I'm going to read to you my calendar as well. So anything is worth doing well. Accept everything calmly and optimistically. And that really is a message I had earlier about staying optimistic, really thinking about what is this future, and absolutely find that excitement, find that energy, find that new love, new opportunities, new career, new everything new. Just wash it. We've had so much rain lately. I feel like it's washed away this old. So when we hit this eclipse season, when we hit this month, it's going to be this new. It's a new season coming up. Everything's happening. And then we go into those winter months. And, maybe it's a time of change that you don't want to fight. Excuse me, bless me. And that is, oh my goodness, confirmation. I don't know, all the incense, but doesn't normally make me sneeze. Lovely. Oh, I don't know. Oh, sneezing and yawning. It's like everyone's going, yes, yes. So that's two of them. I'm not sure who else is going to come. I think my music's going to start playing again in a minute. Anyway, let's go with a new beginning spell. And my comedian, he makes me laugh as well. They do. They make me laugh. I love them. Anyway, new beginning spell. Circle of light burning bright. Shine your power day and night. Banish the dark. Bring forth the light. In the space, let all be right. Elements of earth, air, fire, and sea, work in harmony, blessed be. Draw near the good, cast away the blight, in this circle, ignite the light. With these words, my intention set, clear the path, no more fret. Bring to me what's just and right, guided by this spell tonight. By the power of 3 times 3, as I will it, so mote it be. Blessed be. So there we are, our new beginning spell today, from our magic table. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Right, we're going to start with our beautiful fairies, and then we'll follow up with, I'm not sure who, but we'll see, our beautiful fairies today. So what is it that we want guidance with? Well, you know what, Spirit? I think you must just, they're telling me to put an amethyst down. I've got amethyst on the table, but I'm putting more amethyst down, so that's beautiful. I didn't pick up the runes today, which is interesting. So whatever we need to hear, let's ask for guidance from our beautiful fairies. They will certainly, definitely help us. We can ask for this week, going up to, because I was sort of talking about this full moon now this weekend, Sunday. So let's ask today the guidance to help us continue with our week. What is our guidance to help us continue with our week? And if it is a date that, like me, that you know is a bit of a difficult one, then, you know, let's ask for the guidance with it. Let's see what is to come for us. So we have 4 cards. We have divination, which is very interesting because we had the power 3 times 3, which is divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So amethyst, very important, third eye. I'm wearing purple today like mad. I feel I've had amethyst under my pillow. I'm actually wearing my amethyst stone. So amethyst playing a very clear role in our intuition, is guiding us, our higher selves. Divination right now, if you want to, obviously you're listening to this, you might want to do any other type of divination as well. So you might want to, I don't know if you do runes or anything like that. So I'm going to pull the runes for us after we finish. We're going to pull a couple of runes to confirm. So let's see what our runes say to us today. So divination is on the table. We will ask for more guidance in terms of that. If I can find my book. Fairies, there they are. Okay. We've also got on the table friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. And I'm hearing your spirit guides are your friends as well. They certainly are my friends. But you will meet new people on your path, new friendships. You know, again, the idea of closing that door, might have to be closing that door on old friends, people that no longer are on this journey with you. Like I said, if they don't want to come with you, you have to leave them behind, because at the end of the day, they'll come right back round. Maybe they might be on their own journeys for now, but you've got to focus on you, because there will be, when you open up the doorway to new possibilities, that's where new people come into your life. And we know people come into our lives to help us, to guide us, to you know, and they can be, you know, just to give us a message for one day, or they could be in our lives for the rest of our lives. So allow for that to happen. Find balance between your work, rest, and playtime. You will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. And that is so important for you. I've asked now going forward to the solar eclipse. We do need our energies. We do need to work with energy. So rest and have that balance. I'm back at work, but I'm also having to make sure that I have the balance. It's funny how when I was walking along earlier, I was thinking it's not going to be long now before I'm back lecturing and I'm in 4 days a week. And during the day, I'm not going to have my opportunity to really walk my dogs like I do at lunchtime, which I really love in between everything else I do. And I was just thinking I'm going to have to try as long as I can of an evening to try and get into the woods until it goes completely dark. But also, I was thinking, well, the weekends, I'm just going to have to accept that's how it is. And it's about that new season now, and we have to make adjustments. But we still must be very aware of finding that adjustment, finding that balance, I'm hearing. And prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks. Exactly. Close that door. I'm seeing that big door closing. Okay. In fairyland and human land, there's enough abundance for everyone. So that is so beautiful for us right now on the table. So let's just go to divination and see if we can get a little bit more detail from there. The fairy wants to remind you that you can use divination to help you through challenging circumstances. Exactly like me today. It's a little challenging. I go and I do my own reading. I was guided beautifully today. And I'll do readings like this for you guys, for me, for, in the mornings. And I know I'm getting a message or whatever. But when I want something really special for myself, then I will tap in and ask just for me. And so do the same thing, maybe, You don't have to always get guidance from somebody else. Trust in your own guidance, I'm hearing. Perhaps someone close to you would benefit from your spiritual gifts. Anything can be used for divination purposes: cards, crystals, crystal ball, the flames in a fire, the stars in the night sky, water. In fact, anything that opens a psychic doorway can be used. Even spells, even words, reading words. Divination brings you fully into your present moment. And that's really important when you're working with divine powers, to reveal what will help towards your spiritual progression for yourself and for others. It's a serious spiritual practice, and it isn't something to be dabbled with for amusement. So if you don't want to take this seriously, don't bother doing it, But if you're sitting here listening to me, and I know I have a few people that really value that because they've told me, then that is why you are on the spiritual journey and you're getting this guidance from source. If you feel confident, you could give readings to your friends or your families. You can use divination alongside any other spiritual technique. Beautiful. And friendship. This card tells you to reach out to old or new friends. Gather your friends around you. There's power in numbers. 3 times 3, remember? Fairies too gather in groups and they support each other. True friends celebrate success. But if you haven't got that, or have you neglected your friendships, it's time to close your eyes and see who pops into your mind. Maybe give them a telephone call. Maybe send them an email. Friendships can last a lifetime and should be treasured. Absolutely. It could also be time to make new friends, join a class, learn a new skill. By getting out and exploring, you're much more likely to meet others with similar interests than if you stay at home. You never know. You could have an hashtag FFF, fairy friend forever. That's so beautiful. Lovely. I love that. Okay, and find balance. So it's always important for you to be truthful with yourself when answering whether you are in danger of becoming boring or bored. Because fairies like to play super hard, but they work super hard. They also know how to rest and play. The fairies are flying in now to remind you, take a break and give your body and mind a well-deserved rest. Fairies love to snooze, and they're telling you that 40 winks in the afternoon. I love that. I love a snooze. I really do. The strong message here is to get some rest. I love a snooze. I once said to somebody, we could have snoozes in the afternoons. And he was like, really? Why would you want to do that? Because it's time to rest. Didn't understand that concept. This card could also be saying that you're playing too much, but perhaps you're procrastinating when you ought to be working. You need to be really honest with yourself. Find the right balance of work, rest, and play in your life. Beautiful. And then we have abundance. And abundance, of course, is a wonderful interpretation of a cash windfall or something else, but abundance is all around us. You know, make sure you're in a place of receptivity, of course, that you believe and know you're worthy to receive any abundance coming your way. Work on this if you feel it could be an issue for you. Feeling truly worthy will get to be receptive to the flow and blessings of abundance in our life. If you're feeling unworthy, ask yourself why and be honest in your answer, for this is the key to the door of abundance from the universe, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Taking your feelings through with a trusted friend, your feelings through with a trusted friend or a professional counselor can reap many rewards. Shift your negative views of yourself, of your worthiness to receive. Self-worth is key here. So be ready to receive that abundance, receive it with your open heart. Absolutely, no matter how great, how small, doesn't matter. Just make sure that you just receive it as best you can. All right, my darling friend. Let's do this. Let's see what our beautiful horses are gifting us with guidance today for this coming week. Guidance of this change and transformation. Of course, you know, the letting go. How can you help us, please, Spirit? Give us our guidance based on what it is on this table, please. Okay, who is that? Who is that? I missed. Someone turned over for me. Who is that? There we are. Oh, how lovely. Oh, we have two. Yes, we have two. Oh, stop. What are you doing? Thank you. Right, we got Licorn Rose, white rose and gold vibrations. Look how beautiful she is. She is a beautiful filly, beautiful mare, beautiful. And she's very magical with her unicorn horn. So very magical, really, with divination on this table. Wouldn't be surprised if our unicorn comes out on our runes. And we have our Ceres, which is about fertility and endings. So birth, fertility, birth, new beginnings and endings. Yes. Okay. Well, exactly what we wanted to know. Spirit is giving us our answer. So Licorn Rose, straight away, is a higher frequencies, faith and miracles. Beautiful. Licorn Rose wishes to whisper her wisdom in your ear. She brings potent magic to share with those ready to raise their vibration so they can call a miracle into their life. She is adorned with a white tapestry with golden thread and delicate chains strung with shiny golden balls that only a unicorn of great powers would possess. Her horn is covered with pure gold glitter that gifts whoever she touches with great magic, healing, and good fortune. Large wild roses of soft, gentle colors lay over her white coat to protect and purify her body and aura as she travels the cosmos. Sparks of light flicker around her body as she glides through the universe, visiting those in need of her services. When Licorn Rose appears, it is time to focus on your vibration and learn to strengthen it and raise your energy to a higher frequency. Life on Earth can sometimes be arduous, straining, and even heartbreaking. However, negative thoughts create adverse emotions, which then set your mood and color your aura to a lower vibration. Exactly what I said. A lower sense of vitality and alignment will influence your choices and opportunities. Someone who's angry may have heavy energy and an aura filled with dark red and blackish undertones. The aura of someone who offers loving communication will have shades of green and blue. A rose of any color symbolizes loving energy in the human world. Licorn Rose naturally has a high vibration with thoughts of love, healing, elevated purpose, and faith in the divine. She maintains her frequency so she can offer miracles to others. Her steady, clear blue eye is upon you as she asks you to raise your vibration. Begin by clearing your energy field. Take a cold swim in a lake, bath with Epsom salts, walk in nature. Cleanse your aura with burning sage, yes, or meditate, absolutely. As your thoughts and energy become quieter, place imaginary roses at the edge of your aura. Place a large rose in front of your sides and back. Then imagine that the roses are like sponges. Instruct them to absorb any energy from the environment or others throughout your day that does not serve your highest good. Practice clearing and resetting your energy to maintain a higher vibration. Lycon Rose offers her beauty so you can experience the light of higher being and understand what to reach for. It can be challenging for humans to achieve such high vibrations. However, that is part of your journey as a spiritual being in a physical form. To raise yourself to a higher frequency, dare to dream about the joyful and heart-filled experiences you wish to have. Release what is not yours and call in the power of roses to keep your field cleansed and filled with light. The result of these practices may take time. Have faith. Unexpected events will begin to unfold and you will soon feel your life is a miracle. Oh my goodness. And it's on page 82, which is a 10, which is completion. And we have got fertility and endings here with Osiris. So let's hear what he has to say for us. Cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Osiris appears before you today in his decorative formal attire of gold, reds, blues, and greens, another unicorn. Precise strokes of golden paint highlight his eyes, and beards of gold are braided into his forelocks, mane, and tail. He holds his dark brewed body in a stance of power, unmistakably bold and confident of his strength and abilities. The false beard below his mouth is a symbol of his sovereignty. Osiris resides within a peaceful setting of flowery water lily pads. An Egyptian god of fertility, Osiris comes to you as a potent reminder of the earth's natural cycles. What did I say about the autumn and new season? Behind him, the pillars of life stretch beyond the stars and into the heavens, representing the seasons and processes of the land. Without these pillars, the earth would no longer exist. The annual cycle of the Nile symbolized birth, death, and resurrection. The spirit horse Osiris asks you to reflect on the current passage of your life. The changes you are experiencing may scare you, but there's no reason for fear any stage of your life's process. Just as a seed sprouts, grows, blooms, comes to harvest, becomes brittle in the dry winter month, then returns to life in the spring rains, there are times to release what once was to make way for renewal. Exactly what I was saying. Wow, magic. Explore the season you're in with your most current project, relationship, or endeavor. You may feel that something is dying or needs to come to an end. It can be hard to let go of what you may have spent many months or years nurturing into maturity. This ending does not mean you will never again experience the beauty of growth. You are transversing into an in-between stage that can be flat, uneventful, or filled with the grief of letting go. The rains of spring will come and a new project, relationship, or endeavor will be born. Focus on your energy on the flowers around Osiris' hooves. The water lilies represent hope, purity, and rebirth. Even in times of death, Spirit and God are with you, and a flower bud is waiting to bloom. Harness the energy of the spirit horse Osiris and stand tall and proud of what you have achieved, while allowing the mystery of Mother Earth and her sacred seasons and the starry heavens above to carry you forward. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, my beautiful horses. That is so absolutely special. Thank you for that. That is lovely. All right, let's ask for the animal spirit guides to just give us confirmation and help again on what it is that we're saying. It's rebirth, it's new, it's making change. Give us some guidance for this week as I ask. Thank you, please. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Who is with us? Our spirit animals. Really special. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. We have a few that wanted to come out. So let's have a little look-see. Well, first of all, we had these two that bent because they wanted the bat. Now, the bat, obviously, well, I'll read it out to you and what have you, but the bat has a sonar. A bat can't necessarily see what's to come, but he allows the guidance, doesn't he, the bat? That is very wonderful. Octopus. Our octopus is very, very clever, and all his 10 pentacles, here's all his 8 tentacles. Okay, so there's lots that can be happening with the octopus, but I'm going to read him to us. We've also got the horse. No surprise, we've got beautiful horses on the table. Our intuition, our strength, speed, courage, stamina. Okay, so definitely. The lamb. Lamb is also about, you know, waiting, patience. Let's see what the lamb has to say for us. And we have the earthworm. So the earthworm as well. And it's interesting, earthworm is all about cultivation in the earth when seeds are growing, you know, springing out, that type of thing. So let's read these for us now from our book. First of all, our bat. Oh, where would bat be? That would be flying air, right. Okay, so darkness and letting go with our bat. Death leading to rebirth again. There we are. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. In the darkness, it can see all that it was invisible in the daylight hours. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter. Wow. And the closing of a door. I can't write there, honestly. You see? See, my spirit team are so on point. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns, no more lingering in the past. So when in balance, accepts, adapts, and adjusts. Beautiful. So what is our octopus going to say then? Water, I would say. There he is. Because those two came together and they were quite like firm together, weren't they? Reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries or direction. Signifies wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. So maybe this is why it's time to move on and close the... Maybe that's what Spirit is saying. You know, this messy relationship. And yeah, close that door, my friend. I'm doing it. You can do it with me. They believe that what it is meant to be is close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of the octopus is at play. Begin to establish your healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. Maybe a very old habit to change, but it needs to be done. When in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligent. So when out of balance, needy, clinging, lacks courage. So to bring into balance, space to oneself and talk therapy. You're closing that door. We had to find balance. Our fairies told us the same thing. Do you remember? Find balance. So there's something here very clear about balance, boundaries. If you're not happy about something, you've got to really be strong enough to take flight, to make a change, to close the door. Let's read our lamb. Peaceful, prophetic, and patient. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Through the lamb's message may channel, lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen and receive. Yeah? Listen and receive. So friendship we had with our beautiful fairies, but also divination. And divination is about listening and receiving, getting your guidance from source. So listen. Know that this is what you're feeling for a reason. You need to make a change. I'm going straight with the horse. Where is it? By the lamb for a minute. Momentum, freedom, expansive energy and force. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive, you can ride on its back no matter the difficult terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. Horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Physical stamina, mental focus are the secret weapons behind your horse's legacy. So, when in balance, achieves anything and never gives up. Very beautiful. And the earthworm. Also another, we've got quite a lot of earth here, haven't we? Definitely. Grounding, 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 grounding. And that really brings about balance when we're grounding ourselves, walking in nature, grounding. Very, very strong on the table, grounding. So, not that earthworm I wanted. We have all felt the woes of an earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. Exactly. You're listening to me, and I tell you, I've done this, I've done that, this is how I'm feeling, what have you. So it's guidance that you're needing. This is your earthworm energy, and it might be guidance into this exact situation with the octopus, but also about finding balance and trusting that this is a change that you are just going through. So besides, this card is a reminder not to be intimidated or to lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. Okay, so to bring into balance, speak up and risk embarrassment. Okay, because if you're out of balance, you're self-conscious or you're apprehensive. That is beautiful. That is really special because we've got very clear indication here. We are being guided. We are on this new path. We have to find balance. We have to stay very strong and fixed and focused on our pathway. I said the same thing yesterday. Abundance is all around us. Be grateful for how much you have already. Close the door. Let's close that door together. We can do it. We can do it. I'm thinking of the high vibration cards right now, because that was one of the big thing here is to maintain a good balance. You need to stay strong and maintain a high vibration. You mustn't let this drag you down. That's what I said. If it does, if you feel a little bit sad, that's fine. Just go through that sadness for a minute. That's all you need to do. Then pick your vibration back up. Clear your karma and shift your perspective. Clear your karma and shift your perspective. That way, if you see things from a different point of view, it's not going to drag you down because you are focusing in on what it is that you do want to feel when you're doing that. That helps you find balance. And clearing your karma right now is about setting your boundaries, knowing that you don't need to control, you don't need to force, you don't need to do anything. I was called here on a mission. Was on the top there that was calling to me. So trust in that. Trust and have faith that you have a mission right now of really honoring your soul's purpose. And that's what this is all about. It's honoring your soul's purpose. You've been called here on a mission. So divination could be your mission. So if you are practicing, you're just dabbling, if you're thinking about doing it. I was 6 months ago not doing this. And I dabbled with it. And I thought about it. I loved hearing other people. I had maybe a few cards that I've had over the years, what have you. But I certainly wouldn't sit here and channel like I am channeling now. And that is because I've been called for my mission. And it's sharing guidance for you. And so I'm very blessed to be able to have done this with you today. So anything worth doing is worth doing well. Accept everything calmly and optimistically. Okay, let's ask our reads to come out and just give us a confirmation. If one also wants to come. Oh, Isa, as always. Isa is our very favorite one. Yes, I'm not surprised. We have our beautiful unicorn, our magic energy on our table. We've also got luck. So our clover, a little bit of luck for us. And we have faith. So the same three that came out, I think maybe yesterday, they are still very much with us this week. Have faith. Trust in this. Trust your luck. Luck will change. You know, your karma's clearing. It's clearing off. You've been giving out so much that it's going to come back to you tenfold. We did a beautiful new beginning spell 3 times 3. It's going to come back for you. And we have got Nautilus. Is that? Naughties. And I'm going to read Naughties and Isa on the table. We haven't had this for a little while, this N. There it is. No, it's not. It's Hagalaz. Hagalaz. So this is the first rune of Hagalaz Islet Translate. Even with all technology we possess in modern times, we can't control our circumstances. We have to allow spirit to guide us. So just like the bat, because not actually Hagalaz did fall on top of the bat, it is about just trusting. You might not be able to see right now. What you can see around you is your abundance. What you can do right now is trust and have faith. All right? So you cannot control or fix. It might be frustrating, but you must know that your course is being corrected for reasons beyond your understanding. You may be being forced into taking a new approach, which will become clear with patience and perseverance, as well as any ability to analyze your situation without attachment to the outcome. And that sometimes is so hard to do, isn't it? I've learned that. That is one thing that I had to learn in these 3 years. So it signifies a significant change that may be rocky at first, but ultimately the transformation that results from this experience will leave you better off. Important shifts are taking place for you, whether materially, emotionally, or spiritually, or all 3 I'm hearing. That's mine. But for new creation to occur, what is old must be dismantled. What is old must leave. I'm seeing the Tower card. So that is, my friends. I don't know where 37 minutes has gone, but it definitely has gone. I am very, very grateful for you listening. I'm very, very grateful for my beautiful spirit team for this wonderful guidance. I hope you have got something out of it. It's resonated in some way. Please like, please share, please comment, subscribe. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Words of Wisdom. Thank you for joining, and I will see you again soon.